Over the last 3 months, we ate 38 plates of Wanton Mee in Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Hong Kong and Guangzhou. And here are the ratings. It's probably fair to say that I was a lot more lenient on the first plate of Wanton Mee as compared to the last. So here are the moderated ratings after reconsideration. But all that is not important. That 38 plate story has already been told. Today, we are here for a new story. Today, we find out which is the best Wanton Mee in Singapore. And I don't know. How can I know? After so many plates of Wanton Mee, the memories have blended together like pictures of a night out drinking. I guess the only way is to pick the top 3 and have them back to back to back in order to find out which is the best Wanton Mee in Singapore. Welcome to the finale. Let's get it, guys. We are back. Anyone surprised or no? Chef Kang is in the top 3. Who could have seen this coming? I'm gonna keep it a stack. This is the bar to beat, and I'm here on a weekday this time. Much lesser people, so we have clear basin. Still a good amount of starch though. And I'm not sure if I'm imagining it, but the soup looks more opaque today too. There is a non-zero chance this is even better than the last time we had it. Let's get into it. This is the bar to beat. How is it better than the other day? I don't want to repeat all the misses that I've said, but the difference today is that the noodles are more individual, the texture is better, and I also taste more of the soup. I'm not sure why. Today I taste a little bit more of like a cream of chicken and a pig's stomach kind of combination. And the key point is how it makes the noodles better. It extends all this flavor for the noodles, when normally the noodles are limited by the amount of ingredients that you can put in the kan lao mian. It gives the noodles the flavors of pork and chicken, when it's normally quite hard to incorporate that into the noodles. Nice huge pieces of crispy lard, the char siu on point, like... This is my 39th plate of Wanton Mee, but it feels like my first. It's a bit like love it. Ew! Ew! Why would you say that? Ew! Alright, let's move on to the next of the top 3. We are back at 88. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? Why does this soup look more opaque as well? Even the colour of the noodles look nicer. Damn, this colour palette. The orange lard and sambal in the background, the nice yellow of the noodles, the green of the veggies, and then the charred char siu. Very aesthetic. Anyway. Worthy of being the top 3. Great char siu, good wonton, nice noodles, really delicious with the amount of sambal and lard. Very straightforward, very impactful. Soup is opaque but it's nowhere near the level of Chef Kang's. But there is one miss that I missed out on. It is very oily. I thought it was the roast meats the previous time, but now even without the roast meats, right, it is still very oily. The char siu that I gotten are quite fatty. They give quite a bit of lard, and I think also liquid lard to go with the noodles, such that there's oil coating everywhere, the noodles, the veggies, and it gets quite overwhelming even in such a small plate. I feel like I'm craving tea, you know, to like dissolve the fattiness in the mouth. But some of you may prefer that, in which case this is the place to be. But I would prefer if they dialed it back on the oiliness, hopefully give me a leaner cut of char siu, and even increasing the aromatics in the soup. Anything to help alleviate this. But okay, this was the one that I was not sure of, but now I'm sure of it. It deserves to be in the top 3. I'll see you guys at the last spot. We are back. It feels like a lifetime ago. Where have we been since? And apparently there's a patch. They now have golf ball wontons, which checks out. It's a bit bigger. I think still slightly smaller than Chef Kang's. I have to review the footage, but really good size. Let's get into it. I was so convinced that Chef Kang was gonna win it, cause I forgot how good this was. I was doing the moderation, thinking about the small awards, like Best Char Siu, and it was incredibly hard to decide. We had stunning char sius in this series. Teng Weng Ji, Yulek, toast and roast. But I think this is the best char siu. The meat so tender, so juicy, so fragrant. But the coup de grace is this layer on the top. This entirely black layer. It flakes like the exterior of a croissant. And once you crack that, it's like a smoke grenade goes off. A long, B long, C long, everything is smoked. I said this 39 plates of wonton mee ago. The seasoning is also unique. They have seasoned up a profile that is slightly different from the usual. And after 39 plates, I will be able to identify their flavor profile in a blind taste test. Slightly sweet, slightly lardy, very comfortable. I don't know how you all will take this, but of all the wonton mees that I have had, this is the easiest bowl to finish. Does this mean that it's more delicious? Not necessarily. The soup, a quality soup, and I don't know whether I'm tripping. I taste a bit of seafood. Scallop? Oh, scallop. I'm not tripping. That's really scallop. This tastes like the steamboat you have at home. How the soup base tastes like after 2 hours of cooking. You know that sweet umami flavor? If you know, you know. Quality soup with a wonton mee is a bang. What does that even mean? I do have to say, Chef Kang has the better wonton. Lai Fa Ba's wonton has size. You can see very well worked myosin. You can almost see the strand of minced meat. But having lesser ingredients means that it has less flavors and less textures. This is so tough. For the first time ever on this channel, I want to give a co-winner. I am perfectly happy claiming either of these to be the best wonton mee in Singapore. But that would be a cop-out, right? So I'll go think about it. I'll see you guys back at the studio. The best wonton mee in Singapore is... Chef Kang's. I say this only because of a technicality. Only because a very long time ago, I said, in wonton mee, char siu is not in the name of the dish, so I'm obligated to give it a lesser weightage. Noodles, I would say is a draw. It depends on the style that you like. Soup is a draw as well, both great quality. Wontons, I will give it to Chef Kang. Char siu, I will give it to Lai Fa Ba. Value, I will give it to Chef Kang. Ambience and service, I will give it to Lai Fa Ba. If you put both bowls in front of me right now and say that I can only choose one, the noodles will turn cold before I decide. I'm not here to be the authority of wonton mee or whatever. I'm just here to share and highlight good food. So if you're a Chef Kang fan and haven't tried Lai Fa Ba, go give it a try. And if you're a Lai Fa Ba supporter and haven't tried Chef Kang, get down to... Yeah? LJ. Then, which is the best wonton mee in the world? I don't know. How can I know? After so many plates of wonton mee, the memories have blended together like moments with your first love. I guess the only way is to pick the top 3 from the overseas arc, have them back to back to back in order to find out who has the best wonton mee. So pack your bag, boys, we are running it back. For the last time in the series, let's get it, guys! We are back at Yulek, our first top 3 of the overseas arc. And oh my goodness, the char siu. Let's get it, guys. I take it back. This is the best char siu in the series. This part that's entirely black, it crackles and it is so incredibly fragrant. You would think looking at this, right, that it's just dead bitter, right? But it's really not. I don't understand why also. You literally taste caramel, like you're in a cinema. And yet I don't understand why is it not bitter. The char siu is better than Lai Fa Ba. The noodles are better than Chef Kang's. These noodles are more tiak, very little starch. You can see how loose they are. And yet the taste, it's so sophisticated, yet so simply understood. It's like this very fine line of sweet and bitter, but you actually smell more than you taste. Freaking delicious, but we got more wonton mees to eat. So, I'll see you guys in Hong Kong. We are back in Hong Kong, back at He Hong Ji. And I've got the Hong Kong people telling me that nobody eats the dry version, so I'm obliged to order the wet one, I'm sorry. The noodles look so thick. Let's get it. 再多一个云吞汤啊，不要面。这云吞对，谢谢。You all know that a 2 plate in Hong Kong does not equate to a 2 plate in Singapore, right? Because this is the best wonton in the series. The prawn is their king. When you bite into the yunton, it is so snappy, it almost sounds like it's crunchy. And then dressed with the thinnest flaps of the wrapper, and that's only one of the 2 magic tricks in this bowl. This has also the best noodle texture in the series. It is so unique. I didn't have this anywhere else. In the soup, it's so slippery, it's so snappy, like the pinnacle of tiak tiak noodles. And it doesn't have the key taste. Wow, this is tough. The recency bias is very real. I really need to go and think about it. The good news is, I can think about it on my train ride to Guangzhou. So I'll see you guys there. We are now in Guangzhou. Back at 丽的面家. We still have the duck toy, but I don't care anymore. To do this with other people on the same table is another level of 厚脸皮. But I spent too much money to be here. Let's get it. I was too tired the last time I ate this because this is much better than I remember it to be. The tiak of the noodles in Guangzhou and Hong Kong is in its own league. I might have said some noodles are tiak in Singapore, but I was lying. Compared to this, those are not considered tiak. And the texture is top class. The wontons as well. Wow, so good. How do I choose? What will you all choose? Wow, I don't know. I really have to go and think about it. I'll see you all when I'm ready. The best wonton mee in the world is... Li的面家. If you go through every word I said in the last 10 episodes, I probably spent the most of them on wonton and noodles. And in those aspects, they are in a league of their own. Okay, the wonton mee of Hong Kong can compete, but 丽的面家 has a seemingly simple advantage. They offer roasted meats at the same place so that you can enjoy it with your wonton mee. Whereas it's tough to get the same in a wonton mee establishment in Hong Kong. It's by no means a clear winner. I prefer Yulek's Char Siu and the sauce for the noodles. I prefer Lai Fa Ba and Chef Kang's soup. And I still hate tap toy. But if I could magically teleport to only one of the 35 wonton mee restaurants that we have been to in this series, I would pick 丽的面家. This quality of wonton and noodles is very rare. All of the details are in the Google spreadsheet as usual, link in the video description. That's it. That's it for our wonton mee journey. I know it's a silly little YouTube series, but I put so much into this. I really wanted to do this. This series has been a combination of everything I have done so far. Every video, every workflow, every dollar. I don't think I would have been able to do this series if not for the previous few. And it's only gonna get better from here on out. I don't know what we'll be eating or where we'll be. I only know that we'll be having as much fun. But for now, it's time to rest up. I hope you all enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!